Earlier today, opening statements in the murder trial of famed rapper Tupac Shakur 30 years after his death. Dwayne Davis, also known as Keefe D, is facing one count of murder with a deadly weapon as the alleged mastermind behind the plot to kill Shakur. Davis has pled not guilty to the crime. Here's a clip from the prosecution in court earlier today.
You will learn that Dwayne Davis got the gun. You will learn that he got into a white Cadillac. You will learn when the opportunity presented itself for retribution, Dwayne Davis made sure that the shooters were armed and ready to execute their revenge.
Joining us now with the details is Los Angeles and Orange County criminal defense attorney Jacqueline Goodman. Jacqueline, thank you so much for joining me. So first off, I mean, it's been 30 years, and I think people who have watched this case, or lack of a case for that long, are wondering how is it that now they brought it to this point in the courtroom?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Yes, it's 30 years later, and there's been no new evidence uncovered. The question isn't, what happened to develop in this case so that they had enough evidence to charge. It was literally that there was no case for all of those years, and then for whatever reason, they decided to charge. 2023 was the time of the arrest. Now, the book came out in 2018. The proffer was back in 2008. So it has been a long time coming before this prosecution went forward. And there's going to be a lot to talk about with respect to the defense as to why it was that the prosecution just sat on their hands, apparently, and did no further investigation.
So was there something in the book that you mentioned that was published in 2018 that revealed more about Davis and his role in this murder?
Yeah, I mean, the book is replete with information, if it's bragging, if it's just show, but it is clear that in the book, Davis feels very comfortable in saying that he had to do with this, that he was there at the time, that he handed the gun to somebody in the backseat who then shot Tupac, and 4 days later, Tupac was pronounced dead. In the proffer, allegedly, he also made similar statements, and the question is going to be, can we believe Dwayne Davis, QPD, or do we believe the lack of corroborating information, and do we think that this is a way to sell books? Keep in mind, he had every incentive, other than the truth of what he was saying, to say those things. He was selling a book. He was not independently wealthy or independently famous. He was, sort of allegedly within the gang culture in Los Angeles, something of a person with some sway, but no kind of celebrity, no financial means to speak of until the book came out. Mm-hmm. So the allegations in the book from the defense side are that this was marketing, this was a way to sell books, and not a confession to a crime.
Interesting.
And that the proffer was that had similar motivations to say these things, other than because of the truth of those statements inherently.
Can you explain how a murder charge can be brought to a suspect even if the suspect didn't actually pull the trigger?
Yeah, I mean, you provide the gun, you own what happens if you intend that the murder take place. And that's effectively what the prosecution is theorizing here, that he was the mastermind behind the planned murder, that he provided the weapon, that he ordered the killing of Tupac Shakur in order to avenge the, disrespect, allegedly, according to the prosecution, that happened to Orlando Anderson, who was his nephew a short time before. So yes, you don't have to pull the trigger. If someone tells you to do the thing, that person really owns that crime.
Well, the gang rapper wars of the 90s were quite something. I should say the defense is arguing that it's been 30 years and the prosecution's been pressured to convict Davis for this crime. So this is just getting started. We appreciate you coming on to talk about it, Jacqueline. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.